All right. Welcome to another edition of the Bryan Basketball Podcast. Thank you guys for joining me. Whenever you decide to listen to this podcast or watch this video, first of all, give God thanks. Give yourself thanks that you're blessed to be able to be in a situation where you can listen to this information, be in a situation where you can apply this information. And then after you hear this, just share it. Share this information with maybe some students, some coworkers, some colleagues, because I think that this is a very, very important message to try to get across, especially in this day and age. So appreciate you guys kind of tuning in. Just moving forward, just some housekeeping notes. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you like this video. If you like this video, this video can be put in a lot of the recommendations pertaining to this subject. So just make sure that you like it. Even if you don't like it, if you say, man, BT, I didn't like that last video that you did, dislike it. Pretty much any feedback is good. If you're listening to this in the podcast version, the audio version, make a comment. Make a comment with whatever platform that you're using, because like I said, I'm kind of want to kind of branch out and just kind of share more information. I think a lot of times people just think basketball coaches are just blowing whistles and just trying to tell kids how to put a ball through a hoop. But some of our great basketball minds have always told our kids, told our students, and even our parents that it's not really about basketball. The true test is what happens after the game is over with, after that score is up there. Are you going to apply those same principles to your everyday life? So that's pretty much what I'm trying to do. I'm just packaging it in another form. All right, so that's just that's the little tidbits as far as the housekeeping. Follow me on all social medias, whether if it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff, to try to keep up with what's going on with Bryan Basketball and our St. Mary's family, and all that good stuff. Shout out to all my day ones. This should be like episode 24 or episode 25. Shout out to the people that's been rocking with me since episode number 1. I'm going to try to keep this going as long as I can, as long as I have the energy to do it. Right now it's fun. I think it's fun. It's educational. And it's just something to, like I said, I feel like it's a much needed space right now, especially with just trying to motivate our youth. I think that, they're going through a time in history that, if we had social media and cameras and all this type of stuff back when we were growing up, I'm going to be the first one to just say, man, I probably wouldn't even be here. We all go through things in life that we look back on and just say, man, we blessed to be right here in this moment. And so I just kind of want to put that out there. I feel like our youth is, they need all of this information that we can give them. And I think a lot of times, people think that they're not listening to us. I think the most important thing that we have to realize is not only the listening part, but they're watching everything that we're doing. Okay, so just keep that in mind moving forward. The subject today, some stuff I want to kind of talk about is the mental side of the game. I think a lot of times we're blessed at a young age, in our youth. We're blessed physically to be able to do certain things. We have energy, we have spunk. We have all these different things that are associated with youth. And I think a lot of times what's taken for granted is the mental side of the game. And that's kind of where I want to start off right now, because there's certain characteristics that I feel like mentally strong people do. So we're going to talk about the things that mentally strong people don't do. And I feel like, man, this is a very, very important subject to kind of, again, to share with someone. Okay. Again, the physical part, that's one thing, but to be able to be, in your 30s and your 40s, able to still navigate through life, basically with the same principles that you learned in your teenage years, You had to be mentally strong to get to that point. I mean, for one, to play high school sports, to play college sports, to play professional sports, you have to have some type of discipline, some type of will to get to that level. It just doesn't happen overnight. But what do you do after the game is over? Do you still apply those same principles to your everyday life? And so the mental part of the game is something that I think, not just students, not just players, but, man, pretty much everybody can kind of take a hold of and kind of pencil in and zero in on this. So before I get going, just again, make sure that you're hitting the like button. That once I finish with this, if you like the information that I'm putting out there, drop a comment, say, hey, you did a good job on that one. I like that one, or I didn't like it. Okay, but I'm gonna try my best to keep pushing forward and giving this information out. So I want to just talk about real quick. I'm not gonna make this video real long or this podcast real long, but I want to really talk about the things that mentally strong people don't do. Okay, so one thing that I kind of spotted out, and again, a lot of this information, I get emails. Shout out to Mr. G with the Bradley Bill Elite. I get emails sent every morning from Mr. G on ways to build a program and have a blueprint mindset of building a program and building a basketball program. So I kind of sift through a lot of those emails and just read up on a lot of this material that, these newsletters and these websites that I get emailed. And I kind of, I read through them, but then I see how those things apply to me and then apply to the subject or the message that I want to kind of put out there. So again, this message is coming from an email that I received a couple days ago, and it just talked about the things that mentally strong people do. So I said, man, let me kind of piggyback off of that and add a little bit based on my experience. Okay. So one of the things that we talked about, or that the article was talking about, was just that mentally strong people don't waste time feeling sorry for themselves. Think about that. We can't walk around feeling sorry for ourselves, blaming everything, pointing the finger. All right. Shout out to one of my coaches, Coach Pee Wee Leonard, man. He always said that if you start pointing the finger, you got that one finger that's pointing at someone, but you got those 3 to 4 fingers pointing right back at you. All right. So it just comes back down to accountability. Holding yourself accountable for pretty much any and everything or the role that you want to play in your own life. Okay. And understand that life is not always easy. I mean, it's real hard to play sports. It's real hard to be in corporate America. It's real hard to educate our youth. So it's real hard to be put in these positions. But who are you going to blame this on? You can't sit back and feel sorry for yourself. So if you're mentally strong, you already know that this comes with the territory. Once you get up and you step out the house, that you have to be responsible for, your own life and the things that you're trying to get accomplished. So again, just make sure you just keep a note of that mentally strong people just don't walk around feeling sorry for themselves. Flat out. Okay. Another message or another point was that mentally strong people don't give away their power. Mentally strong people don't give away their power. I like to tell even my son, I like to tell, kids that, don't give somebody else the power over you. Think of things like, your power is like a remote control. You like to sit down, you like to watch TV, you like to change those channels. But just think about if you gave that remote control to someone else, what would happen? They can change the channel, play around with you however they want to. That's just not a good feeling to be around or to have, knowing that someone can control you and just based off your emotions. I like to tell folks can kind of just sit back. If they know things can get up under your skin, they'll play around with you and they'll say, all right, watch this. I'm about to get him mad. I'm about to get him upset. But if you're mentally strong, you already know that, little things like that will not get me upset. So that's something just to take into account, that, you shouldn't let people play you like a remote control. Do not give away your power. Okay, mentally strong people don't give away their power for no one. Okay. Another one, I think we're at number 3, that mentally strong people don't try to avoid change. Okay, change is gonna happen. Okay, change is gonna happen no matter what. Okay, you have to be able to adapt to certain situations. I tell a lot of my colleagues and a lot of my homeboys that, these jobs, these coaching jobs, man, this stuff is not promised to anyone. And even if you feel like it's promised to you, man, it's going to be a time where you're going to have to change. You're going to have to change. You're going to have to adapt. Shout out to the mom of Kobe Bryant. He's one of the few that was able to stay with one franchise his whole career. But always remember that it was always a number 8 Kobe Bryant and it was a number 24 Kobe Bryant. Okay, things had to change. Things had to evolve. He had to adapt to those teams that he was playing on. Those teams that he won championships with Shaq, that was one type of team. But then the team that he had, Paul Gasol and all those guys, Phil Jackson and all those guys, that was a different type of team that he had to adapt to. Same with Michael Jordan. You go from having a Bill Cartwright as a center, a B.J. Armstrong, a John Paxson, to flipping the script and having a Ron Harper, a Luke Longley. You have to adapt. You have to change. And mentally strong people do not shy away from change. Okay? They welcome it. They welcome positive change and are willing to be flexible. So just understand that's part of the game. That's part of the territory that comes with life. Okay. You don't have that same energy in your youth. Okay. The 15 and 16 and 17-year-old Bryan Turner is way different than the 37-year-old Bryan Turner. And the same goes for you. You had to make some type of adaptation, some type of change. Okay. So again, do not shy away from it. Mentally strong people do not shy away from change. Number 4, mentally strong people do not waste energy on things that they cannot control. Okay. I got inspired and I may still be doing that video. I may be doing a video later, but just, talking about things that we have no control over, being at St. Mary's is an all-boy Catholic school, okay? Certain things that I already know coming into situations that, by being an all-boys Catholic school, certain people might not get in. Certain people might not get accepted. Those are things that I cannot control. Only thing that I can control is the kids that are there. The people that show up to workouts, the people that show up to practice. Those are the kids that I coach. Those are the kids that, that show up to class and want to do the work. Those are the kids that I would give my all and teach and coach them. If you're not there, I can't control that. Okay? The only thing that I can control is my attitude towards that situation. Okay? I can't control when I get up in the morning and I'm on my way to work or taking my son to school. I can't control the traffic. I can't control the weather. I can't control those things. The only thing that I can control is my attitude towards that. I'm not going to get upset because I got to sit in traffic 10 minutes. I'm not going to get upset because, because it's raining outside. Mentally strong people just don't do that. They understand that it's a chance. Hey, when I wake up in the morning, it might rain. It's a chance when I leave out, it might be traffic. Okay. But I'm not going to waste time and energy on something like that. So mentally strong people just don't waste time on things that they cannot control. Okay. Number 5, mentally strong people do not worry about pleasing everyone. This coaching profession, us doing this job again, this stuff comes with the territory. I'm well aware that, if we go out and we win a game, man, I'm the best coach in the world. Oh man, BT man drew up the coldest X's and O's. He drew up the coldest plays, got that ball to the right person to be able to score all those baskets for us to win the game. Man, he's a tremendous coach. Soon as we lose a game, oh man, I should be fired. I shouldn't. How did he even get that job? He don't know who he should be playing. Oh man, everybody in the stands talking about him. I can't go around trying to please everyone. I already know that this comes with the territory. So mentally strong people don't worry about pleasing everyone. We already know that this comes with the territory. If you mentally strong, you already know that there's going to be some good days, there's going to be some bad days. I can't walk around trying to please everyone all of the time because, again, it goes back to that remote control. People will try to play on you. They'll try to, oh, man, he's a people pleaser. I'm just going to tell this person this because he wants to hear it. But then I'm going to go over here and tell this person this because he wants to hear it. Nobody wants to walk around and live like that. I don't want to live like that. So I'm not going to worry about trying to please everyone. It comes with the territory. Okay? So just think about that. Mentally strong people don't worry about pleasing everyone. All right. Mentally strong people don't fear taking calculated risk. Okay. So it goes back to just planning everything out. If you sit down and you put the pen to the paper and you plan things out, okay, you planning ahead. And I love the game of chess. I love sitting playing chess on my phone, playing chess with folks, because chess, you observing all the different options that you have in front of you. And you can make a calculated risk, but understand that, okay, if I make this move, this might happen. I make this move over here, this might happen. Okay? So I'm constantly playing that game in my mind, even in my day-to-day life. Making calculated risk, not being afraid of them. And then understanding that, hey, this could happen, but I need to be prepared for that. If I take this chance, this could happen. I need to be prepared for that. That's just being mentally strong. So mentally weak people would be afraid to take calculated risk. Mentally strong people spend time weighing the risk and benefits before making any type of big decision. And then owning it, in the end, they own it. That's what mentally strong people do. They own it. Okay. And last but not least, mentally strong people don't dwell on the past. We live in a society is pretty much like a what have you done for me lately society. Okay. We can look to the past for inspiration. We can look to the past for even trying to inspire, but we can't dwell on the past. We have to always stay moving, stay current. I may use teams that either I played on, the way I grew up playing, other teams that I played on, I may use those as antidotes to inspire, but I'm not going to dwell on that. Okay. I always tell my coaching staff, we can't keep talking about what we did back in 2015, 2018, 2020. I'm tired of them old stories. I want new stories. And I tell the players in the program, I know you're tired of hearing about those guys from our old teams. You're tired of looking at those old videos. You should be inspired to make your own memories. You should be inspired to make sure that people are talking about you, that we got new up-to-date stories. That's what I enjoy. I enjoy creating memories, new memories, seeing the faces of freshmen that have never, won championships or won certain things, and then watching them go through it. That's the excitement, that I enjoy. living in the present, and then planning for the future. You know, that journey along the way, that's the most important thing. And that was one of the hardest things that I had to deal with even just last year, as far as our COVID season. You know, having those bus rides, spending time with our team, kind of talking and building them up about the future and the things that they should be inspiring to try to do. You know, that's the whole point of building a team and getting kids to buy in when they start to see that, you know, they have a stake and they have something that they can be proud of. And a lot of times it's just about, you know, getting them amped up, you know, getting them charged up to just be like, man, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to play. I'm ready to, you know, have my season get going, as opposed to hearing some old stories from old folks. But mentally strong people don't dwell on the past. And I encourage you guys not to dwell on the past, you know, trying to create some new memories, whether if it's new memories in your relationships that you have right now, you know, new memories with your spouse, new memories with your kids, new memories with colleagues. You know, we're right here. It's September. We're back to school. You know, I encourage you guys to try to have some new memories. You know, try to encourage your players, your students, to have new memories and not dwell on the past. Because I'm gonna just tell you like this: I don't want to keep talking about what happened during our COVID season, you know, a virtual school. No, I've moved past that. I'm inspired to do more. What this season is gonna look like, what this school year is gonna look like, you know, what this fall season will look like. So, again, I hope that this message is real beneficial for anybody that's listening. I feel like, again, that our youth need to hear something like this, because the mental part is what, we need to try to hammer home, because it's going to be a time when you're not going to be as athletic as you are now, So, again, I'm trying to just inspire for folks to just try to play that mental game as much as possible, and not be mentally weak when it comes to situations, and try to inspire to be mentally strong in a lot of situations that you're dealing with right now in the current moment. So, again, I hope, I hope I didn't make this video too long. I just kind of wanted to hammer home those nice digestible points from some material that I read early, and kind of, play off of that. But again, make sure you like the video or dislike the video. Write a comment if you're listening to it from the audio portion on the podcast. And, hopefully, you again, that you've been blessed, and that you are blessed, and grateful for each sunrise, and hopefully you tried your best to get to that point where you enjoy the sunset. So appreciate your time for taking the time out listening to this. Again, just thanks for tuning in. It's BT, and I'm out.